Greetings, I'm EpikTek, and this is EpikTek. If you've been watching my videos for a while, then you'll recognize that phrase. It's how I start every video, but what you might not realize is that EpikTek was originally a mod pack, a Minecraft mod pack. And then it kind of became a YouTube channel, but it was originally started as a way to show off my mod pack. And if you want, you can go back and watch those horrible first few videos that I did.
Hello everybody, I'm EpikTek and this is EpikTek.
They were awful, and I really don't recommend watching them because they were awful. But if you really want to, go ahead. And some people who have way too much time on their hands went back and watched some of those early videos, and they apparently really enjoyed the idea of the mod pack and wanted access to that old mod pack, but it's kind of long gone. I lost access to the files, and I'm not sure where everything is, and long story short, it's not really available to the general public. So I decided to rebuild my mod pack in kind of a spiritual successor to that original mod pack. And so I have. And this is with a modern version of Minecraft. We're on 1.12.2 and using all of the latest versions of the mods that I used back then. And there's some really cool new stuff, and I've spent a little bit more time getting things to work just right and putting in some interesting mechanics. Now, if you've never played a mod pack before, if you've never played Minecraft before, this might be a little bit confusing, or you might be thinking to yourself, wait, Minecraft is for kids. No, it's not. I mean, it's a good game for kids as well, but especially modded Minecraft is incredibly complex. As much or more so as a game like Space Engineers, or certainly more than Empyrean, which are both games that I've played on my channel and are both great games, by the way. But modded Minecraft, because it's made by the community, can really get very complicated and very focused on engineering and that kind of thing, which is what really attracted me to it. I love engineering projects and engineering challenges of all kinds, and logic puzzles and all those kinds of things. How do I make some new contraption that's useful by putting together a dozen other things that somebody else created? That's like my favorite kind of puzzle. And I'm not really into fighting monsters, getting all geared up and going out and fighting things just isn't my, I don't know. It's just not the thing that I get excited about. I mean, sometimes it's fun, I'll admit, but that's just not what I like doing all day long. And honestly, most of the time I find that fighting monsters is a distraction to the engineering that I want to do. So this mod pack is not for everyone. That's why I titled this video what I did, because honestly, most people are not going to enjoy this mod pack. Most people are going to think I'm crazy for enjoying this mod pack, but there's a few of you out there that I think might really enjoy it. So it's meant to be played on peaceful, which means there are no monsters, but everything you would get from a monster, there are alternate ways to get. For example, sheep, horses, and cows will all drop bones. So you have access to bones that way. And everything is in a mod called JEI, which lists every object in the game, and it's all searchable. So if I search for bone and I click on it, it'll sit here, it'll tell you that you can get them from skeletons, but there are no skeletons. And that's because you can play the game with monsters on, but it's not meant to be played that way. And everything is gettable through other means. So if I click on information, it'll say bones have a chance to drop from cows, sheep, and horses. And there you go. Oh, apparently you can also get them from dungeon chests. I didn't think about that, but there you go. That's pretty rare though, so that's not a good long-term option. Anyway, so if there's no monsters in the game, what is the purpose? Some of you are asking. Well, it's about making a challenge out of a game without monsters. So one of the first challenges you're going to be dealing with is hunger. I have a mod in here called Hunger in Peace, which allows hunger to be turned on when you're in peaceful mode. There's another one called the Spice of Life, which means that food that you eat will have diminishing returns if you continue to eat it. So no walking around with a stack of 64 steak and expecting that to feed you. After about 5 or 6 of those, they literally will give you nothing. And you're going to have to go find something else to eat. And you can get away with probably, a half dozen different items and eat kind of cycling through them, and it'll work. You don't have to make 100 different items to eat. But if you really enjoy the cooking aspect, I have several mods in here that add to that. For example, this is a kitchen, and this is a fairly complex kitchen with a mix of storage drawers, which are these kinds of drawers up here. I've got Pam's Harvest Craft in here, so there's lots of different foods, lots of different vegetables and meats, and you can make peanut butter. You can make a dozen different peanut butter and jelly sandwiches from various different jams, and it gets really complicated. But to help with the complication, I installed a mod called Cooking for Blockheads, which allows you to simply list all of the recipes that are available to you from any of the objects in this kitchen. So it automatically looks in your refrigerator and in your fruit basket that I have raw meat in the cabinets, in your spice rack. It looks at the tools in your tool rack and any other type of connected object. And it says, these are the things that you can make. And you can sort them by hunger restored. You can search. So you can see I have peanut butter. I can make more peanut butter. I can make butter. I can make herb butter parsnips. And all you have to do is click on it. You see what it takes: a saucepan, a parsnip, butter, and a spice leaf. Click again, and it gives you one. So I've been doing that every once in a while. And over here, I've got a chest where all of my crazy things are in here. I've got gooseberry jelly sandwich and blackberry and pear jelly and apple jelly. Plus I've got sausage and bread and beef Wellington, and they have varying levels of hunger return, whatever you call that. Also, there's something called a lunchbox, and the lunchbox will automatically handle some of that. So if you've already eaten something and the diminishing returns are in place, it's not going to offer that to you to eat again. And all I have to do is right click on that chest here, and it will refill the lunchbox with whatever is the most nourishing, and it gives kind of a varying return in these, if that makes any sense. And then all you have to do is eat the lunchbox, and it will give you back that stuff. And then if you right click again, it'll refill it and reevaluate all of that. And if I eat it again, yummy, I've maxed out my food bar, and in a few moments that'll disappear, along with, you'll probably already notice that my hearts aren't there. I can't even remember which mod it is in the mod pack that actually makes those things disappear if they're maxed out. So it's kind of an immersion thing, and I like it. It's also configurable, and you can remove that. Also, to make sure that you can grow lots of things, I have AgriCraft. And AgriCraft allows you to do things like make upgraded crops, which is where these crop sticks are, and they'll grow faster. Then you can also cross your crops, which allows you to make better versions of the seeds that will grow faster or give a higher yield. And you can cross crops to get new items. The seed that I'm playing on right now has no deserts. And so, piggies, And so I had no access to cactus. So I did a little bit of research, and I figured out that if I plant potatoes and sugarcane, and in between I have some sand, I can get myself cactus. And now I have cactus available for me for dye or whatever else I need cactus for. Cool, huh? You can eventually, through AgriCraft, get to the point where you're growing emeralds and ender pearls and that kind of thing. But don't worry, there's other ways to get all those things as well. Now, as you get further along in the game, you're going to start getting access to other things. And there's lots of different ways that you can go from here. Now, I like to leave my options open. I like to mix and match between different mods and do crazy things with a combination. So, for example, I have a casting assistant device, which is part of a mod called Psi, which is a technological magic mod. It takes magic and, it turns it into a programmable technology. So this is a spell programmer, and I currently have a spell in my gun that's, or my CAD, sorry, that's called Blink. And this spell is made by taking a trick called Blink, taking the target, which is selecting the caster, that's myself, and a number that's 8. And you can see you kind of choose which direction things point, and you create this grid that is a spell. And there's a whole little system in here for teaching you how to make spells and all that kind of thing. And if you're not into that kind of thing, you can actually just download them off of Reddit. There's a whole spell book out on Reddit that you can grab spells from. And there's other places where you can get them as well. But this Blink will teleport me 8 blocks in the direction I'm looking. But I can't do that forever. I'll run out of psi points. So I also have slime boots from Tinker's Construct, which allow me to bounce. And I have dark plate from Ender.io, which gives me access to a glider. So if I turn on that glider, and my favorite thing is when you turn on the glider, it adds wings. It's kind of cool. If I turn on that glider and I do some teleportation up into the air and then push forward, I glide. And now I can make some pretty good time going and looking for items or whatever. And when I'm done, I just turn off my gliders and bounce my way home. Cool, huh? There's lots of other things going on around here that I've been playing around with. This is my test world for making sure that the mod pack is working well. That's why the farm here isn't exactly some, well-designed farm. It's just enough to make sure things function and whatnot. Here's my Tinker's Construct area for those who are big fans of Tinker's Construct. Tinker's Construct is a mod that allows you to make your own tools. You probably noticed that my regular tools down here, I've got a pickaxe, a shovel, and a hatchet. They look quite a bit different than the default ones. As a matter of fact, my pickaxe is probably one of my favorites right now. It has, let's see, it has a wooden handle, a cobalt head, and a paper binding. And each one of those has its own attributes, I guess is the right word. And I've chosen each one of those for my style. And you can do the same thing. There's lots of different ways to make your tools based on what you want. If you want something with high durability and you don't really care about speed, then you can go one way. If you want something with high speed and you don't really care about durability, you can go a different way. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. So, I do love those slime boots. They are so much fun. Oh, should we go down here? No, I don't feel like dying today. The other nice thing about this pickaxe is that I have added to it, glowing is probably my favorite thing out of this. I don't have to carry torches with me because if I step into an area that's too dark, it'll place a little splotch of light called a glow ball. It's like the handle dripped onto the wall. And most of these torches are from earlier game. But as I'm walking around, it's just automatically lighting up everywhere I go. Cool, huh? I love this because I really hate dealing with torches. I would much rather just wander around and let let it all handle it for me. Ooh, scary sounds. So, anyway, let's see. Copper is from Immersive Engineering. I haven't actually gotten much into the Immersive Engineering mod myself. Ooh, I almost fell down there. How did I get up? I'm lost. That's okay. I can teleport. I can't just teleport my way out of here, by the way. Oh, crud. I might die right now. Okay, I'm stuck in a hole. I'd never tried that before. I didn't think I could teleport into a solid wall. So I was going to show you how I couldn't teleport into a solid wall. And apparently I was wrong. So I wonder if I can get out this way. Yay, I can. Okay, apparently that is one way out. There you go. I learned something new every day. This is my favorite thing about mods, is that there's always something new to play with. And I just love playing with new things. Yay for the glider. Shall we take a look at a couple of other mods real quick before we go? Let's do that. All right, so I have in here extreme-reactors, which if you've played mod packs, you may know this as big reactors. It's been replaced with extreme-reactors, and it's a way to make power with, well, big reactors. Ender.io is in here. There's a new one called Industrial-Foregoing, which is actually a replacement for minefactory-reloaded, if you're familiar with that one. Already talked about Psi. We've got applied-energistics 2, which is a way to access all of your inventory through a single terminal, but you've got a lot of work to do to get there. I have iron chests, which allows you to do some early game upgrades of chests. So this is just filled with a bunch of junk. But I have applied-energistics that is looking at the contents of that chest and piping it into the system so that I can access that chest through here. And I just started installing a whole bunch of storage drawers, which is one of my favorite early game mods, because you can walk right up to these and just say, I need a piece of wood. I need a stack of wood. Or double right click and it puts it all back. And for early game crafting, before you have applied-energistics all installed and ready to go, yeah, it's really handy. Over here, this is Industrial-Foregoing. I've got extra utilities, which adds a few little things here and there, like the bag of holding. Gives you a whole extra set of inventory space that you can store things in. I keep kind of my backup stuff in here. These are higher-end Tinker's Construct tools that do things like dig up a larger area. This is called the excavator. If you haven't seen this guy, you're going to love this. Boom. Nice, huh? I think that's about it. I'm sure I've forgotten a few. Oh, right. I have Open Computers installed, which actually I haven't. That's another one I haven't really gotten into, but I will definitely get into later. As a matter of fact, I am thinking about doing my own playthrough. That's like a real playthrough, not like this one where I'm just really testing things out and making sure the mod pack is working and that kind of stuff, but one where I start with a brand new seed that I've never seen before and I work my way up. It'll act as both a tutorial as well as a let's play if you just want to watch. So please tell me down in the comments whether you want to see the let's play, whether you're excited about this mod pack or not. Feel free to let me know that you just have no interest in Minecraft at all. I know that there's a lot of people out there that will just simply never try it because they have their own opinion of what Minecraft is. I recently changed somebody's mind. Cosmic Chimp is playing with us now. He said, I can't believe I waited so long to play Minecraft. It's nothing like what it looks like. And I would say that's true. The first time I saw it, I thought, what is this thing? And you really kind of have to get into it and go, oh, I see. This is a lot deeper than I thought it was. But it also might just not be your thing. And like I said, the actual mod pack itself, probably not for everybody. No, definitely not for everybody. Probably not for you. Statistically speaking, I'm probably not talking to somebody that's going to enjoy this, but some of you out there will absolutely love this, and this will be your perfect mod pack. And if it's true, please let me know down in the comments. If you want to get an early access to it, it's not quite ready. We're getting really, really close. A few more tweaks I want to make. There are regular betas going up on the Discord server. And if you head over there, there's a link in the description down below. And there is a channel on that Discord server called EpikTek Mod Pack, where there will be access to download the files. They're pinned to that channel. If you're not familiar with Discord, there's a little pin up at the top. You click that, and it'll show you the most important things for that channel. And one of them will be a link to download the latest version. Eventually, it will be on the Twitch client, and I will have a whole walkthrough of how to install that at that point. But that makes it super easy. You install the Twitch client, you click mods, you click Minecraft, you search for EpikTek, and it'll pop up. But that's not going to happen until it actually officially goes live. And we're not quite there yet. So I want to get as much feedback as I can from you guys before I go live. I want you to download the beta. I want you to try it out if you're interested in this. Please don't download it, try it, and then say, but there's no monsters. Or, but I don't like engineering. That's kind of defeats the purpose. The whole point is you got to love engineering, and you got to not really be into monsters. Otherwise, you're not going to like this mod pack at all. So I think that's just about all I wanted to say. Wow, I've been talking for a long time. I wanted this to be a short video. Well, hopefully you didn't get bored halfway through and then stick around and watch the rest of it. Yeah, that's probably unlikely. Anyway, thanks for watching this far. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the mod pack. And if you do enjoy this video or are excited about the mod pack or whatever, hit the thumbs up button. That'll help other people find it. If you've not watched any of my stuff and you want to see more of it, subscribe, because like I said, I probably will be doing a series on this mod pack specifically, and I want to hear what you want to see. That's what it really comes down to. If there's a mod that you absolutely cannot live without, let me know. I may or may not add it. If you've got questions, down below in those comments, or head over to the Discord server. I also have a video feedback channel that you can send feedback on the video. And I'll see you next time on EpikTek. Moo.